Morning world, welcome to Wednesday 11th of June and another day of kitchens and playing with kaka. An hour or so out here this morning. I've almost finished moving the pile that I heaped up out of the corner yesterday. So weatherman says rough tomorrow, gonna rain, maybe even thunderstorms, stuff like that. So I kind of want to move as much of that pile over there out of the soft area back into a firm area that, you know, even if it does rain a bit, we could still move some. That's the plan. Anyway, I've been doing this. The famous Dave said to me yesterday, he said, "Oh, that stuff you're shifting," he said, "That looks like some good stuff. Can I have a bit of that?" And I said, "Yeah, if you want, have some." So he's just gone off with the truckload now. I think it was just over a ton he had at the back of there, and he goes, "Can I have two?" And I said, "Yes, mate, if you want two." He wants to build himself some veggie gardens and veggie plots, and he said that'd be lovely stuff. Said that it will. So he'll be back in a minute for a second load. I'm going to go on a shift as much of this as I can this morning. I've got to go off and do some topping for a neighbour, and then probably back on this again this afternoon. As long as I get it all done today, that's kind of the task. Get it out of the soft bit into the hard bit, scratch the yard up, make it tidy, and we'll be good. What's actually in there? Let's have a look. Not a lot. Okay, I reckon I can get the ass of the machine back in there. If I can push that over there. Sound job. Not too much. I don't think it's transited like a full bucket full. Half a bucket. That is just under a ton on there, I think. I'll deal with it. Alright, mate. Oh, okay then. He said he's going to tip it off and come back and do some work. Right, that's taken me almost 2 hours to move that pile of poo from there to there. That's the soft area, so we'll come back later on with the doosan and we'll scratch all that back, take as much of the organic stuff as we can off the top, add it to the pile. There will be a bit of clay in that. Not much I can do about that really. I might as well move it. And then I'll work out roughly what area we've got. It's quite a big area. 350 square meters. stuff like that, and then we will have to order some stone. But I think what I might do is there's a big pile of hardcore at the end of the yard. Remember that big pile of hardcore? We might actually, because there's quite a dip in there, we might actually lose some of that in there. Anyway, I just had a phone call to say there is a milky coffee waiting for me up at the house. So that's good enough. I have got plenty for Reg to go on with while I'm away topping grass down the road. Actually, while I think about it, and they've reminded me, because they're up, they want another garlic block. So we'll do that quickly before I have my coffee. Oh. Oh. I didn't know that was in there. Oh. So somewhere in there should be the pin to go through it. Okay. Happy days. I really punched myself in the face last time I did this. The salt has seized up the little linchpin. Stay. I get excited when they realise this is in here. They like this stuff. And if it helps keep the flies off as well, happy days. I'll drop that. Right then. There we go. Right. Right, well, I was going to go topping off some grass, but the customer's not answering his phone. And I'm not certain. There's 3 pieces that I normally cut, but there are some restrictions on what can be cut and the time of year, some environmental restrictions. It was all to do with planning. They got planning permission to do certain things, but they had to do certain things in return, which also meant timing for cutting some pieces of grass. So I don't want to go down and cut the wrong bit and drop somebody in a big sweaty pile of that. So I'll try Scott again in half an hour. He might be on a break or something. In the meantime, I might as well get on the deuce, don't I? I don't want to take that over to the farm. You can stay here. We got half a tank of fuel, we're right for an hour or so. Right, dare I go through there? Yeah, I'm feeling daring. Go for the soft bit. But we're starting over there, work our way back, I think. Stay in there. We're out to see it for a minute. bit of clay in this, but it's got to go. Here's Reggie. I kind of made the yard a bit smaller for him, piling it all up over there, but like I said when you rang up earlier, at least once I've cleared this out of here, even if it rains, we'll be on the hard. We can get to it. So, right, I need to go back down through there. I think we'll go. That was only mildly scary. It's all a bit soft here. Right, I've had the phone call. We're off to do some topping. She decided she wanted to come with me this time. So last time I came out, it was like, no. I think that was because there was activity in the kitchen that might have involved her being on the receiving end of a piece of toast or a biscuit or something. So, but yeah, that event has now passed. So she has lowered herself to to join me, be some company for me. Pigeon meat is greening up a bit, I'm pleased to say. Does off, you put it actually in gear. There you go. So we are going to set our height. To 4.5, I think. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it, a little muntjac, little doe muntjac over there, just bounced up out the grass. I don't think the GoPro's going to pick it up. Right, hopefully she's got no little ones out here. Hopefully. So we've been driving across here when it was wet, and it's made it a bit more rock and roll than usual. All the ragwort's starting to come out in flower, so I'm glad to get rid of that. Right, back at home, all my toppings completed, or at least as much as I'm going to do. There's areas I haven't done this time that I did do last time, but there's bits of rebar stuck out the ground and stuff, and no, I've just put new tyres on the tractor, so I left those bits. I'm sure they won't mind. Right, we are back on the Doosan. That has dried up. Get a bit of sunshine on it. That has dried up quick. It's already starting to crack. Warm. Here's the quandary. My cattle are coming up at least once a day to have a go at the garlic salt lick and to have a drink. Even though they've got a water tank down the field, they're still coming up, especially if it gets warm. And when they're up, if they catch sight of me or hear me, it's moo, 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 moo. And I think the problem is they have eaten all the nice grass. So all the palatable, sweet, tender, young, delicious grass has been consumed. I also think some of the sort of slightly second best, not quite so delicious, but it's okay grass, I think they're working their way through that pretty well too. Which means they're now getting down onto the bit more chewy, not so palatable, bit bitty grass. And there's plenty of it out there. They're not hungry. We're not really hungry. They just want me to give them a bale. The problem is, if I give them a bale, if I put a bale in there, they'll eat it. And then they'll moo even more. Because it worked once, so why not try it again? So I'm thinking, I got a couple of last year's bales, a bit slightly rough, not the best stuff in the world. But maybe I put a couple of them in there, or one in there today, and just see what they do with it. Not the best day. I'm not giving them the best day because they will bellow forever and a day if I give them really good stuff. Problem I got is, what I want is behind those bags of, ooh, hang on a minute. So I can't reach it with that. But I can reach it with that. That's what I want. A couple of them. I don't want the ones on that side because that is nicer stuff. This is the coarser. That's what I want. Or do I want that right at the back over there? Nice, really nice stuff at the back. Nice one on the top. That's a good one. So those, no, nice from the bottom. Two middle ones there with the green wrap, not so good. No, I think we're okay with these. I think I just found a job for the Manitou. He grabbed that off there, wouldn't he? Yeah, why didn't I think of that before? This could be interesting. Is he going to fit up in there? He will. It's going to be a bit tight. Is he going to pick them up? I think he will. He's got to not hit that roof. Don't hit the roof. Don't hit the roof. I think we're okay. Oh no, we hit the roof. to give him a bit of a nudge back over. Still not very happy with that. Or have I got hold of the wrap? I had hold of the wrap, didn't I? That's better. That's better. Not sure how well I've got that. Don't hit the roof. I don't know why the boom doesn't want to come down. Why does the boom not want to come down? Weight. Doesn't like the weight. Okay, well I'll tell you what. You can stay in there. I don't actually think this is going to reach, but just out of an idle experiment, we'll have a look. No, not going to reach. There he is. All right, let's see what they make of that. They'll either completely demolish it or turn the noses up at it. Could be either or. get out of it without brushing my head. This really is an awkward thing to get in and out of. I kind of take my hat off to Reg, getting in and out of there, because it's not easy for me. He's 15 years older than me.